Welcome to another episode of the 10-10 Challenge with me, Ida. Now, as you can see, we did lose the last game. If you watched the last video, you will know that as well. But we still have 3 games, and we need 6 points to guarantee promotion. No, we need 5 points to guarantee promotion. We need 8 points to get the title. So that means we have to go unbeaten in the next 3 games to get the title, which I'm not sure will happen, but we might get promoted. We need, we can either do 2 draws and a win or 2 wins and a loss. Either way, we need to get promoted, basically. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go straight into the match. Just checking on the team. I think I just need to apply a fitness card and we'll be ready. So I'll meet you in the match. Okay, this is this guy's team. It's a very interesting team. He's got Sanya at right back, Godin and Jimenez at centre back. Not sure who the left back is. Got Payet. We had Ribery in there, and I'm not sure who the others are. The Premier League is very, very close to being done. It's almost run its course, and we have pretty much. We know who's going to win the title. Oh, that nearly went in. Oh, good job Payet can't shoot with his left foot. The Premier League is almost concluded, but we have got the issue of the last place of relegation. And there are still 3 teams that can go down. There is Palace, Swansea, and Hull City. Out of those, who do I actually think is going to go down? I'm not sure, but out of their fixtures they have, I would say that it could be Palace or Hull. I think Swansea are pretty safe. I know Sunderland won their last game against Hull, but it doesn't mean that they are going to win all the remaining fixtures. Oh, that was so close to going in. The game that I think will decide who finishes where in that trio will be the game where we decide to cross it all the way across the pitch and get it back in. Yes, it's in! Mende! What a finish! I don't know what he was doing with his goalkeeper there, but I will take that. What was the defender doing? Key game that's going to define the season is Hull against Palace at the weekend. If Palace win, they are pretty much guaranteed safety, and I think Hull are pretty much guaranteed the relegation because Swansea are a couple of points ahead of them, and Palace are a couple of points ahead of Swansea. So Hull would need a miracle on that last day of the season to sort of have Swansea lose and then stay. Oh my God, and then stay up. Origi, finish! Finish! Yes! Got it in! What a finish, Origi! What a finish. Okay, that's half time, and as you can see, I've been a bit lucky with the way the game's gone. I've only had 4 shots and 3 on target. He's had 8 and 5, but mine have all been like 6 yards out pretty much, so that's where the goals have come from. Right, what I'll do is move into the second half. I think for Hull, they do have a little advantage with the league pretty much being over. If the league is over by the time they play Tottenham at home on the last day of the season, then they have a big advantage because their home record is very good. Can I finish? Almost. Their home record is very good this season. They've only lost that 1 game since Marco Silva took charge. And he's a great manager, by the way. Since taking over from Mike more than a feeling. Hull may have their last game at home, but Swansea do have a game against Man United. I think it's at home. And that may be okay for them because I would have thought at that time of the season, with Man United already in the Europa League final, they would probably want to rest a few players because of how many injuries they do have. You would have thought that they'd maybe want to try and bring a couple of the players that haven't really played this season and that probably aren't going to play in that final, just so that they have enough to play in that game, and that's offside. Whereas Palace, their games are pretty difficult. They have that one with Hull, and then their last game which is a game they should try and win. Obviously, they should try and win every game they've got left, because otherwise they're getting relegated. But I don't think it's as hard as the other two have. I think I got that wrong. I think Palace have Man United in their last game, and then they play a Hull in their second to last game, or their next game, which is very difficult for Palace. So if they lost both of those, it might be pretty difficult for them. Whereas Swansea, they have that West Brom game, which, in terms of where they are in the league and how they finished the season off, they're pretty much bottom of the form table, I think. It's a lovely skill by Pedro. Can I get in? Finesse it round. Oh, nearly. I don't know why I can't. I hate that with Sane there, where he's just sort of stamping on the ground trying to tackle. As I said, Marco Silva's been fantastic since he has taken over as manager of Hull. But Sam Allardyce hasn't done an awful job. You know, he's beaten some of the best teams in the league. I say that. He did beat Arsenal. But he's beaten Chelsea. He's beaten Liverpool. And the only problem he's had is he's not won against the not-so-good teams in the league. And obviously in their last game, they had that pretty poor performance against City where they lost 5-0. And I pushed the button about 6 times there to clear that ball. And they didn't score anyway. Thank God for that. The question I asked at the start was, who would I want to go down? And really, I'm not sure who I'd want to go down, because next season Brighton are going to be in the league, and Brighton and Palace is a great rivalry, and it could be a good match to have in the league, with both teams at the top of their, at the top of the tree, and not just in the Championship or League One or wherever they could play it in. Whereas you look at Swansea, and they've been, with their history and their story of getting up to the Premier League from League Two with Leon Britton and that lot, it would be sort of a sad start or decline. Maybe not the start of a decline, but it would be a sad end to that little story of them coming up the leagues and staying in the league for a little bit and then getting relegated. Whereas with Hull, it would be slightly unfair on the manager Marco Silva, but Sane's too slow to get that ball. But for Hull City themselves, I think it wouldn't be that drastic and dramatic, because their owners are still looking to sell, and you really can't go into the season pretty much with, I think they had 13 players that were senior players that had ever made a first team appearance ready at the start of the season, and that is a great finish from Pedro. Lovely finish. I'll give him a little samba dance. And I didn't realise he was my captain, but I don't really pay attention to that sort of thing. So out of those 3 teams, which would I want? Would I want the rivalry game to be great next season? Would I want the team to be up to save the manager? Or would I want the good story of Swansea? I don't really know. I think out of the 3, my strongest feeling, like Sam Allardyce has done well, and Palace have a good squad, and they always go on about yada yada yada, the good squad, too good to go down and all that. And I don't buy into that, because no one's ever too good to go down, and that's full time. But do I think they should go down? Maybe not. Do I think Swansea should go down? Probably not. I think in reality, I think Hull will probably go down, because that's where they are in the league, and they have it all to do. They've got a win against Palace, which is going to be the key game. Apart from Chelsea against Middlesbrough on Friday, because that's obviously the one that decides the league. But in terms of the relegation spots, I'd say, that Palace-Hull game is the most important game for their season. And as you can see, the stats were actually quite weird. I had less shots on target and less shots in total, but the only shots that were off target from me, one was outside on the edge of the box and one was just inside the box. He had a lot of shots from outside the area. And it told. I had the 3 shots that were from inside the box. 2 were from, under 12 yards. 1 was just outside of that. And I think I deserved the win in the end. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to finish the episode. So, do I think they're going to go down? Hull? Probably. But we'll see. So, thanks for watching. If you did like it, please leave a like. And if you really liked it, please hit the subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Peace.